Hello, welcome to another Pasta Chat. This one, more of an update again. As you can see, not on the crutches now. Last time I talked on here, I was a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Now, 7 weeks post-surgery, or going into my 8th week, and it's been incredible. Like, the progress is really good. I'm now overhead squatting the bar. I'm deadlifting up to 70 kilos. Obviously, it's all really easy, but it's pain-free. The scars are fully healed. The wounds have healed up. Not fully healed, sorry. They've healed up. They're not open anymore, so they've closed. And I'm in no pain. I've got full range. I'm just getting kind of a couple more weeks of this kind of introductory loading phase. So the first 6 weeks was purely about wound recovery and wound kind of safety, and not having an open wound. And that closing up, and that was the first 6 weeks, and then the 6 to 10 weeks, so the next 4 weeks, of which I'm coming into the second. 6 to 7. Sorry, coming into the third. Second or third. I've lost track. Is introductory loading, and that's purely kind of about getting off the crutches, fully weight bearing and load bearing, and doing some stuff where I can actually feel the muscle working again. So getting the quad and the adductor working again, and seeing if there's any major kind of issues that come from that. So far I've done single leg squats, small kind of step ups more so, lunges, overhead squats to the bar, clean pulls, light with 30 kilos, snatch pulls same, muscle snatch same, and then deadlifts up to 70. So nothing crazy, but no ill effects so far. So nothing has gone wrong. Everything feels great, and it's on the right track. And it seems like it's just going to be week by week increases in load. So I'm pretty happy. Can't complain. I'm now moving around really well. I'm off crutches. Like I said, I'm in no pain. I've got full range. The only thing I'm not yet allowed to do is anything crazy explosive that isn't really closed chain. So things like jumping, snatching, clean and jerking. And then extreme passive stretching of the rec fem and the hip flexor and the adductor. So I'm feeling really a bit tight, but otherwise really good. Body weight is as high as it's ever been, so that's good. Strength feels like I don't feel weak. I feel the exact same as I did before the injury, so that's really good. So then after this phase, after the 10-week phase, on the surgeon's report, it's advanced loading. So that's going to be probably introducing snatch and clean and jerk again, probably obviously light, and then upping the weights a little bit more on the squats, I would assume, and the RDLs and deadlifts. And then the phase after that, because that's like an 8-week phase, the phase after that is called return to play, right? So that's kind of loading up the lifts again, I assume. And then doing things like skipping, jumping, lateral skipping, all this stuff. And that'll be really good to do. I'm quite excited to do that, to be fair. I'm quite excited for a bit of a change of plan. But yeah, everything's going really well. I don't remember what I said last time, but it was about a month ago, so I would have been on the crutches still, and I would have been hobbling around. Since then, the first 6 weeks were really rough, but as soon as I got the crutches off, life's been pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, life's been good again. So I can't complain. The quality of life is way higher now that I'm moving around. I'm able to train, and I'm actually able to do some things with actual intensity. So that's really nice. That's really nice. I miss snatch and clean jerk a little bit, but I don't miss going heavy. I just want to do the movements, even if it's with a bar. I don't really mind. And then the goal would be the kind of stretch goal. As you can see, my back is really tight, so I'm having to flick it a little. My stretch goal would be to compete at the British Champs, and that's in the middle of the year. I don't know when it is. It's June or July or something. The only reason, but what I do know is it's exactly a week after the surgeon's plan ends. So the surgeon gave me a 26-week plan where, like I said, 18 to 26 was return to play, and that ends the week before the British Champs. So could be in reasonable shape, to be fair. Could be probably definitely definitely will be doing the full lifts unless I have a major relapse. Probably won't be going super crazy heavy, but what would be a real reach goal is to do the British Champs, but obviously I believe, I don't know if this is the rule or not, but I'd have to kind of open the minimum qualification total. I think I'd have to get around the minimum qualification total, which is 285. Now I think for that I'd need something like, let's say, 125, 160, like around those numbers. And I mean, I don't think that's out of the question, but it would be a real stretch. So I'm not too fussed if I don't get there. It would be awesome to do it. Just I missed the last 2 British Champs through injury, and it's just a shame. I really want to do it because obviously they're good fun, and they're a really good experience. I really enjoyed the English we did, obviously, other than tearing my hip off the bone. But other than that, it was really fun. So I would love to do that, but not the end of the world if not. I want to get back to kind of doing the full lifts again. I don't care about going heavy at the moment, if I'm honest, but I do just want to do the movement. I've been doing muscle snatches and it's fine, but it just doesn't really hit the same. And then do some track stuff, whether it's skipping or whatnot. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, in terms of update, like everything's going, well, to be honest, it's going way better than I expected actually. Like I said, no pain. Even the few times I've accidentally kind of like lunged forward fast or like jumped up a stair or something, or jumped up, down the stairs. I don't do it often, but occasionally I've been a bit silly and forgot that I was less than 2 months post surgery, and I'd do something like that. It's been fine. There's been no issue. There's been no pain. There's been no bruising or swelling. So I'd like to think that the tendons are still attached to the bone. I hope. I'd be good if they weren't. But I've got my MRI in, kind of like a checkup MRI or a update MRI in 3 weeks. So no, 2 weeks. Sorry. So after that, and that's obviously at the time I'll have the checkup with the surgeon again, just to double check everything's fine. And if he okays everything, then I think that's pretty much an open invitation to start doing snatch and clean jerk again. So a couple more weeks, I reckon. I'll have to wait. But once he clears me, it'll be about reintroducing the snatch and clean jerk and probably just slightly pushing the strength stuff a little bit more, which I'm happy to do. The only issue I've had so far, and it only lasted 1 session, was the first time I did stuff from the floor, snatches and whatnot, that it felt like the scar tissue around my hip flexor was restricting me. Genuinely, that seemed to go by the next session. So I don't know if the movement, I have no idea how scar tissue works actually. I really need to look it up. But I have no idea if it kind of just loosened it up, or my CNS kind of just went like, it's okay, you can get into those deep positions without pain. So that was the only issue I've had, and with the exception of waiting for the wounds to heal, which with my adductor one was a bit of a nightmare, just because of the where it was and the dressing going on it, and it kind of felt like it would never end. I've had no real issues, so I don't want to do it again, obviously, but the surgery process has been, like I said, I don't want to do it again, but it's not been the worst, if I'm honest. The 6 weeks of toe touch weight bearing and walking on the crutches was pretty rough, if I'm honest. That was hard. But looking back, like, it was hard while I was in it, but looking back, it was only 6 weeks, so it could have been way worse. So yeah, we're doing well. Not much to say other than that, really. I would like to do a comp as soon as possible, but genuinely, I do not care if I go to a comp and snatch 30, clean jerk 40. I just want to do a comp, just because I think it's fun, and it would be a good place to kind of start. So obviously, to do that, I need to be able to do the snatch and clean jerk. So yeah, I'm looking to sign up for one as soon as I'm ready, basically, just because it's always good practice to get one in, I guess. And yeah, that'll be exciting. Even if it's like I go to Mems or Crystal Palace or or lower and just do the lightest weights possible. Obviously, I'm not going to do anything crazy straight away, but I want to get that feeling of competing back. I want to wear a singlet again. I'm doing a lot of upper body, so my shoulders are getting reasonably wham, aren't they? Look at that. Jeez. Shoulders are getting kind of jacked, so it'd be nice to put a singlet on without... I've got a few without the sleeves, so I can show off the shoulders a little bit. But yeah, that would be awesome. So other than that, it's not much to say really, but everything's going well.